Welcome back and welcome to another episode of Unplugged. I'm your host, Jacob Puckett. This week's special guest is Scheer. Scheer is the Director of Community Relations here at Blue Ridge Energy, and Gray has been instrumental in helping us get the In This Together campaign started and really just all the things around the relief fund that's going to help our members and customers during this difficult time. So we decided to invite Gray on for the podcast to talk about all the ins and outs of the program, ways you can help and ways you can get help. So stay tuned. Gray, you've been around the co-op world for some time in a number of different roles. Kind of explain to people before we dive into In This Together and what that means, what your role is here at Blue Ridge.
Thanks, Jacob. I just finished my 20th year here at Blue Ridge, and I feel very blessed, fortunate to be in the role of Director of Community Relations, which means I get to work on a lot of programs that help members, help our communities. Nothing more satisfying than that. It all goes back to the way Blue Ridge was founded 83 or so years ago to make life better, and we do that now through programs with our schools, Bright Idea grants, even helping local programs like United Way, making donations into the communities. But what I think we want to talk about most today is about the Operation Roundup program, which has now been called In This Together, where we're helping people that are having struggles related to the COVID-19 pandemic, and rightfully so, they need some help. And we've got a program that we can help these members.
And Gray, I know, obviously, I'm talking about something that everybody's very well aware of at this point and probably tired of hearing about, in a lot of ways, the virus. I know it's kind of wearing on people, but there's a huge need in our communities in a number of ways right now. In your time at a cooperative, have you ever seen the need be this high? What could you compare this to?
You're right, Jacob. This is unprecedented times for all of us members and the co-op. In the past 30 years with Operation Roundup, we've had some very, very cold winters that have caused a lot of hardship on our members, and that's really what the Roundup program has been doing for years, is helping folks struggling to pay their winter bills. In this situation caused by people suddenly just out of work, no income, no way to pay the bills, whether it's a utility bill or rent or mortgage or food for the table. Members are struggling like they've never had before. So we have never seen anything like this, but we're very fortunate that we do have funds in the Roundup program, and we're able to help those who are struggling as much as we can. But we are prepared. We've set up programs not just through Operation Roundup, In This Together, but we're working with our members to come up with payment plans, try to do everything we can to make them whole again and be able to afford their electric bills and not sacrifice in other areas. And that's through Operation Roundup, and that's also through customized repayment plans. That's the least we can do, and we're very glad to do that. The Operation Roundup portion of it, we have increased the funds to individual members in need. They work through local helping agencies to get the funds, and we've also added an extra benefit for those who have unemployment that are receiving unemployment because they've lost a job because of COVID, and those are the folks that are probably needing assistance the most. A lot of people are affected, but the ones who've lost their income, whether it's partial or full, they're really struggling, and not just with electric bills. And that's what we're all about, is to help these people make life better.
And let's talk about In This Together. So that's something we launched a few months ago, and it's been a huge success so far. And maybe just give a little bit of background. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about it, and some people are probably familiar with it. But for the people who are listening to this podcast and maybe they're not familiar with the program or even ways they might get help, what would you share with them?
The In This Together campaign came about as soon as the COVID situation started. We knew we needed to do something to help the members that were going to begin to struggle with their utility bills, whether it's electric or fuel bills. Immediately people were out of work. We'd never seen anything this fast before, as I've said. And we already had the Operation Roundup program, like I said, for years, but we renamed it just for this program to let people know that we're in this with them. We understand their situation. We're going to work with them to help them get through this. We know people will struggle with their utility bills right now. A lot of people lost the work or lost their wages, lost time at work, and they just needed some help. And so in this together, we've done particular campaigns like this with extreme cold weather before, but we always have funds available all year round for members that are struggling to keep the power on or pay their fuel bills. But with In This Together, it was ramped up 10, 20-fold. And so we're glad we had this program for them. We also, another thing, part of the Operation Roundup program is that we've done community grants. Once a year, we allocate maybe up to $100,000 to local nonprofits that are providing other necessary services in our communities, not just for utility bills. And that's been a great, we've provided over $3 million to these organizations over the years. But this year, we also decided to suspend that and put all those funds available to help members with their utility bills right now to get through this situation. And that's continuing on. You know, we've already assisted more people so far this year than we did all of last year. So we know the demand is high. We know it's going to continue to be high. So we're there to help. The In This Together program is there. Another aspect of In This Together is that we did a special request, a call out to our employees and to our members to donate during this special time. We rarely do that. We rely on our members that are doing Operation Roundup. We do get some specific donations every year. Our subsidiaries also make donations every year. But in this case, since we did know it was going to be tough, and we did have people calling up and asking how they can help. So it was really a good sign to say we need to do a campaign to ask people to donate to this In This Together campaign. I'm proud to say that our members, our board, and employees all came through. We generated over $70,000 worth of assistance. We even had people, we also asked our members to donate all or some of their capital credits. We recently awarded millions of dollars worth of capital credits, and our members came through with that and donated about $45,000 of those capital credit funds directly to this In This Together campaign.
You've talked about being in the cooperative world for some time now, and you have a passion for the community like a lot of people at Blue Ridge, but you really love reaching out to those people and helping people in any way you can. What's something that is really going to stick with you about In This Together and its impact, both to Blue Ridge members and customers everywhere?
Jacob, I think the thing that will stick with me the most was how fast this occurred and how tough it has been for a lot of people so quickly. That's what is different. Electric bills in the winter caused by a really rough winter, people can anticipate that. But this spring, when this happened, people just weren't able to anticipate it. And it was difficult to realize you don't have enough money to pay your bills. You're out of work. You don't know if you're going to be at enough hours this week to pay the bills. That was a whole new way of life for people. I'm very pleased the way our members have adapted to that. I'm very pleased that Blue Ridge has this program to try to help. And I'm very grateful that we've been able to provide a little bit of help to these people that are struggling. Again, trying to make life better, whether it's through economic development, through school programs, helping students prepare for college, classroom grants through Bright Ideas, community donations. Those are all wonderful, wonderful programs. But when somebody is struggling and you can offer a little bit of relief and let them know that we're not going to disconnect their power because we know they can't pay, and when they do need to pay, we're going to make it as easy as and affordable as possible. That's pretty powerful. It makes me feel good, and I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of Blue Ridge for being part of that. But I'm really proud of our members for stepping up and donating, our members stepping up and seeing what they can do to help. We've had employees bake cookies and do things for our local healthcare workers. We've donated cupcakes and lunches and breakfasts to these folks on the front line. We're going to continue to do that. I'm even proud that we put signs out on the road, our marquee signs, instead of saying sale today or something like that. We're saying please maintain social distancing, wash your hands, wear your mask, things like that to help remind people to try to stay safe. It's not just about paying your electric bill or energy bill. It's about staying safe and making sure that we all have a positive, safe future together.
And if I'm listening to this podcast and I'm saying, maybe I don't need help right now, but I would like to give help, what are some ways to get involved with this process and give back to people who are their neighbors in their communities and are Blue Ridge members or customers?
Well, that's a great question, Jacob. And the easy answer is to join Operation Roundup. It's the easiest way members can join and really make a difference. It's the easiest way they can make a difference. Like I said many times already, rounding up to the next highest dollar on your electric bill automatically every month adds up. Like I said, it's no more than 99 cents per month. It averages about 50 cents, but that 50 cents really adds up over the years. And when 20,000 plus members are doing that, that generates a lot of funds to put back into our communities, whether it's through the grant program or helping people right now with the COVID situation. It's easy to do. You just call up Blue Ridge. You can go online and do it. I'm sure you'll give some information at the end of the podcast on how to do that, but just say round me up and it'll start the next month. At the end of the year, the members that are participating get a accounting so they can use it for their taxes. It shows how much they've donated. And like I said, it'll never be more than $11.88, and that averages $6 per year. And that's a small amount of money that they're donating, but it really does add up, and that's the best way that we can ask members to participate and help others. We do have a lot of people calling right now, and they're offering donations, and we love the donations, and we accept them. But I would also say if everybody would join Operation Roundup, they'll be providing greater assistance long-term for now and in the future. And that's really what it's all about, is make sure we have a program that's always there for members in need.
And that wraps up our conversation with Director of Community Relations, Scheer. Keep in mind, if you need help during this crisis for an electric bill or a propane and fuels bill, head to our website, blueridgeenergy.com/together to find out more about our In This Together campaign. Or if you want to go ahead and get in contact with one of the local helping agencies, go to blueridgeenergy.com/assistance, and that'll give you a list of all the helping agencies throughout our area. And as Grace said earlier, Operation Roundup is a great way to jump in and help your neighbors in need anytime, even beyond the COVID-19 crisis. And for that, just go to blueridgeenergy.com, and if you'll look at the community tab at the top of the page and click that, you'll see Operation Roundup as one of the top options on that page that you can click. And from there, there's even an online sign-up form for that. Or for any of these things, you can also just give us a call. That's 1-800-451-5474 to reach out to us. Thank you for listening, and until next time, I'm your host, Jacob Puckett.